water that's a foot or less deep. Big bass, really, really large bass. So, many times you're going to find probably an outnumbered schoolie to large bass in that environment. But in that case, I've gone to the back of these harbors at dead low saying, this is just an effort to go grab some worms. And then I get back there and there's just a feeding frenzy going on. So this is what goes to what Kevin said. If you're going to learn something, maybe it's pick your local beach, wherever you happen to be close to, that you can get to regularly, and follow tide patterns. Go there at low, go there at high, go there at slack, go in between the two, go there at new moon, full moon, high pressure, when it's raining, when it's sunny. Try all different type of conditions in one spot, and you will be amazed what you will learn about that location. And I don't care what location it is. If it's an open beach, if it's a back harbor, or if it's an inlet, it doesn't matter. Sure.
Ken said that we work function as a team, so I can
That's right.
Above here.
Absolutely.
Hey, one of the things that was really funny, we start to fish certain areas, and I love fishing jetties, and I was fishing the South Shore jetty this year. And one of the things that was real interesting was I did have certain tides and part of the stages of the tide that I would have more success with. But like Ken said, it's important to fish. Fish all stages of the tide, incoming, outgoing, just to learn and to figure out what's going on. And I try to do that even seasonally. I find things change. Now, but one of the things, and I wish I could say I came upon this and figured this out because I've been really thinking and done my homework, but I'm on a South Shore jetty. It's toward the end of the incoming tide, and I'm out here on the edge there. Got some rocks, some submerged rocks from me to you here, all right? And they're about right in here. So you got an incoming tide and all this kind of stuff. So I'm throwing more to my to my left out in here and kind of letting it come through. Some guys are closer in on the jetty, and I'm reeling in. I got a bucktail, got a 3-ounce bucktail on. And all of a sudden, I'm reeling in, and I hear some racket and noise over here. And I'm getting close to these rocks, just on the outside of these rocks. And I had targeted. I tried to see what's going on there. Wasn't getting anything. And so I stopped reeling, because these guys made a noise. So I turn and look what these guys are doing. You got it. No sooner do I do that, I stop reeling. That bucktail gets down lower, right outside these submerged rocks. Wham! And it was just, off for the races. And great stuff. And so obviously next cast, now I'm going to do it intentionally to try and get this sucker. And I'm doing it, and I just really slow down. I was determining, maybe do I go with a heavier one to get it down more? They're obviously there, just on the outside of these submerged rocks. And but I did it, and I slowed it down, bucktail tip of porcupine. Boom again, and got a couple 40-plus inch bass right there. And but they were there, and I don't know, if we had the dynamic of bait fish coming in, and these guys were stacked right there and waiting, in the ambush point, out of the tide, and just having a field day on the bait. But it's just kind of when you tuck away and
by accident, right?
Stuff.
Sounds like you hit it by because you turned around, you heard some hollering,
right.
And you let your bucktail sink a little bit, and boom. Yeah, sometimes fishing is science and art, and sometimes it's just pure luck. And that's okay, because if you get something that's luck, you go, wow.
Turn it into something.
There was actually something behind it. Let me try that luck shot again, and boom, because I've had a similar scenario in Inlet that was more on the backside, and I was fishing all along the channel, and I finally hit this backside. Had a bunch of rocks, similar environment, and I wasn't by accident. I said, I got to try something else. I'm getting nothing in the front, and boom, same thing. Dropping a bucktail, and let it drop a little deeper, a little heavier, and then it was early spring bluefish. It was all bluefish, but I was having a ball. I love catching bluefish. Don't knock the bluefish. Bluefish is a great game fish. Who's ever caught himself a 15-plus pound bluefish here? That's an incredible, incredible fish, boy. Just watch your fingers with those suckers.